this conversation and get those predictions locked in. Let's hear what the fans are expecting to see from this series.
Berlin! I am back with Astralis and they are loud as ever. But this time around we've had a lot of rivalries. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is, first of all, everyone inside the Mercedes-Benz Arena, get on your feet. I want to try something different, so everyone stand up. Now you're going to experiment and show me this, right? We're going to try and get the wave on go. So you know how it works. We're just going to sit there, and as everyone goes round, when I say 1, 2, 3... All right, I don't know if they can hear me. I don't know how drunk they are, if they're even paying attention, but let's try and make this work. 3, 2, 1! Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Tonya, catch that wave!
Obviously we can't know what they did in that booth.
You guys go next. The wave. All right, I think we need to do this again. I'm here with the most passionate North American fans. All right, guys. I don't even need to say anything. You see by yourself that these guys are ready for the victory of their favorite team. James, I am shocked.
Well, it did look like that the wave ended with the Americans. The same way Astralis are about to end their run. So, NRG, you're probably going home, lads, but you gave it a good effort. I think these guys will agree with me. What do you reckon, guys? Astralis? Alex, back to you on the desk, mate.
Just going to let the crowd do the talking for a moment. There is certainly a whole lot of fire, both outside the booth and soon in it. We're getting close to game time here, folks. Of course, I'm joined by Sponge, Thorin, and Sean Gayers, myself, Machine. We need to hear those predictions, gentlemen. How on earth does this series play out? I haven't checked the graphic. I don't know what you predicted. You have to fill me in.
I've gone with Astralis, but if the PGO Krakow simulation is real, NRG will take this one, and we'll see them in the grand final. But I am going with Astralis to take it, right? I just think what I saw yesterday was impressive. They're back to their top.
Did they win the trend though?
Hey Duncan, let's wait and see, shall we?
That's how our predictions work, I'm afraid. So I'm going to go ahead and say NRG wins this one 2-1. We get to the nuke. I hope it's going to be a great game. I'll say Astralis can take over past that. It's fair enough. If you look, the new NRG is not really much of an old past team. It's more Daps' era. I think they're going to take train though. I saw great things from both sides, but it's not a map Astralis plays very often. I want to see that nuke game because if Astralis can win on nuke and get to a major final, then maybe they are back.
Especially if what Sean is telling me is true, his inkling that perhaps Astralis, even in a 16-3 loss, feel like they could have won it.
I think Astralis is back, and I think they're going to win this series 2-0 and prove it. They're going to go to the major finals. And watch on their CT side train, which they're going to start on. This is going to be very difficult for NRG, in my opinion. I think Glaive knows that that Team main push is going to be open all day because they run that 2-1-2 default, and they're going to take Team main time and time again.
This comes down to the individuals as well. We talk about the wealth of experience on Astralis. Quite the contrast, though, when you take a look at how little, big stage play these NRG players have had, and yet with a run like this here, there is quite the juxtaposition between the two, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely so. But right, we talked about Stan before. He's beaten this core. He's beaten Astralis before. He knows what it takes to do it. He's done it in this tournament. He's done it in the past. I just look at this contrast, right? He has a similar team to that Optic roster to beat them. You look at Cirque. He's a similar Mixwell, right? His European import on the AWP. Obviously, Stan and Tarek, they were part of that team. Rush and Ethan, hey, both players who can be very fast, can get into situations, get a lot of frags. And then Naf, well, look at Breeze. He's a player who I would put on par with Naf, right? He is just as good. Stan has been able to replicate the same team years down the line that's been handed to him, and you can see the confidence and how he's changed as an in-game leader. So if there's any opportunity here, I can start believing in that storyline. I can believe in a little bit of NRG magic.
I think he's even Breezy, the guy you mentioned. I think he's the underrated player in this series because listen, we've already seen Cirque pop off and StarLadder had an amazing tournament, and everyone knows Tarek, and he was the guy against Na'Vi. But Breeze was the best player in this squad for, I'd say, like the last 9-10 months.
100%.
This guy's a big fragger. You can contrast him with someone like Megas, a bit more of a passive player, but mad fragger, really nice spray. Map like Train, perfect. You constantly have to pivot, shift positions, take multiple people coming against you. He can be a guy who can win this map for them.
And actually, it feels so surprising, but now I piece it together, I realize that name we haven't talked about, and actually a hot contender, if form continues, is Device for major MVP.
Yes.
Again, that just seems so absurd. This AWPA, this player, has managed to kind of find a resurgence after what was the player break. Many felt like it doomed Team Liquid.
Yeah, Device has set, he's wrote the book on how to op as a passive opper, picking and choosing your angles, so methodical. You can clearly see he's designed all of his paths. he's one of the few operas that, you know, you at home could probably mimic.
Yes.
Unlike Kenny S's flicks all over the place, Symbol's nutty flicks all over.
Don't try any of that at home.
Yeah, you don't want to try any of that stuff. Device is the person that has that safe for home style.
Methodical.
Yes.
Right? I was in the lift with him last night on the way up, and I said, good game today, man. I said, good stuff over to A ramp. He said, I played with bots in a server just to work out all the angles just before playing the game. So well prepared, and that's one thing we know Astralis is going to be in this matchup.
I think both of them are. There's absolutely no doubt that every team in attendance here has taken every moment they can in preparation for these games. These quarterfinals delivered, but now the semis have too. Renegades versus a Vanguard, and we did find the conclusion there. We saw, of course, a Vanguard waiting in the grand finals. It is time, though. Berlin, Mercedes-Benz Arena, are you ready for your second semi? The countdown starts. Let's jump in. Anders Bloom and Jason Moses O'Toole.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last semi-final here at the arena. NRG and Astralis. Moses, you ready for this game? We're going to start on train.
Oh, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. That Astralis we saw yesterday is so dangerous. I am amazed there is an entire new section for NRG. They are looking beautiful down there with the American flags, and they're holding all the hope for that region.
It is so hyped up right now, competing with that Danish section over at the long side. NRG starting on the T side with Astralis on the CT side. A very, very quick peek down Pop Dog to see what's going on as they are set up to crunch this A bomb sites from Ivy as well. But that smoke, do you want to try and push past that or just wait it out? That's scary if you go through. They don't have a lot of utility either. A single Molotov there, not much to work with.
I think if you're Astralis, you have to know this is a possibility. This is something that NRG is going to run frequently on the T side. Breeze loves to lurk out this Ivy at various points, so you definitely have protocols set up and ready to go for this. They just still peeking down. Not seeing anything just yet in a wide swing from Glaive. A little bit of team damage as they move forward, but these entry kills are everything. This could be such a nice fake, and they just don't connect. Good trade from Cirque, but still two defenders in the inner bomb site.
Flash out from Sip, trying to see if he can catch anyone. Magus goes down. That's actually a huge kill on the other side. Cirque now could go for a flank as they're trying to see if they can recover this bomb site. It's not looking good right now for Astralis. Tarek will take down Sip, and that's a 2-on-4. Finally, Device put into play up from that high ground. Going to be taking down Ethan, sure, but the bomb is still planted, and currently no kit has been picked up. They need to find a way to get these kills and get on that bomb very quickly, and now it's all falling apart.
Oh, no!
Oh my lord! That can't possibly be real!
That is a stunning start to the game. I cannot believe Device has just pulled it off.
What do you do?
So many things had to go right for him. They all line up. They all just walk right into his crosshair, and it's 3 headshots.
What do you do if the first round starts out with a 1 in a million play? He should have been dead. There's no way he can't even hide anywhere.
No, he was up top for so long. Look how exposed he is with 17 HP this whole time. So many angles, and look at this lineup. It is so magnificent. I think that's even his last bullet. How is Device across his career continuing to shock us all?
That is an outrageous way to get the semifinals started.
He started the semifinals in Devon mode.
He truly did, didn't he? He's come here to play. Now the question is, NRG, I mean, that is a slap right across the face. And they were doing well. They had that well lined up. Cirque was ready with the flank. It was all looking very, very good.
He's got an AWP already as well. He is not messing around whatsoever. Glaive just waiting, knowing there's going to be attention from Ivy. And it's some powerful weaponry in that part of the map, but Device is going to kick things off. The AWP shocking Breeze.